Hi, you guys. I'm live. Surprise. Happy, what is it, Thursday? Happy Prosperity Day. Get your prosperity on. Get your money on. I'm going to wait for a few more people because, there's only three. Oh, no, it's 10. Okay. Putting on my oud. This oud on. I love this one. This is the Oshun. Love it. Okay. How are y'all today? So, um, y'all know every time somebody try to move forward, somebody trying to pull you back, that just means big things are happening. And I'm going to have a surprise for, for my other channel, but anyway, but I have big things going on. And you know, when you have big things going on, you have people throwing shade your way, like hating starts really happening because there's a vibration that keeps rising higher and higher about you, and people can sense that. So the reason I named the video that they say I'm not a real witch is because, you know, a lot of people who seek spiritual workers and spell work and things like that, um, you know, they might bring my name up in conversation with other witches or other people that do spell work for clients. And I don't think they like that. So y'all, please stop telling people about, you know, don't mention my name and blah, 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 blah. You know, don't ask other spell workers about other spell workers because they're not going to tell you, oh, yeah, she's good, because they're going to lose business. Okay. They're trying to make money. They're not going to send you to someone else. You know what I'm saying? They're going to try to get paid. So why would they send you away? Of course, they're going to say, oh, she's not a real witch, because if they were to say, oh, yeah, she's good, then what are you going to do? Go to me, right? So I'm not in competition with any of them because I don't need the money like they do. So, you know, don't drop my name, okay? And I'm just asking out of consideration because, you know, they got to make their rent. I don't, you know, that might be the food on their table. It's not mine. So, you know, that's what I'm saying. Don't mention other spiritual workers to other spiritual workers, okay? Because that's an insult, first of all, to them, and they're going to be mad. And then they're going to try to think of some stuff to say to deter you from working with another person. So, of course, I'm not a real this or a real that because, you know, they need that money. Okay? So, so you don't have to come and tell me about it because I already know how the game is. I know how it works. That's why I don't really care. You know, it's not taking anything away from me if you work with someone else. It doesn't matter to me because I didn't even know who you were. You know what I'm saying? Um, but you know, it doesn't matter. I mean, I understand because you know that's their living. Okay. Um. Anyway, so and you know, just to be clear, you know I looked up the definition online of what a witch is. Let's see what a witch is. Y'all know I need some glasses when I read. A woman thought to have magical powers, especially evil ones. Popularly depicted as wearing a black cloak and pointy hat and flying on a broomstick. Sorcerer, enchantress, necromancer, Wiccan, blah, 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 blah. Okay. Another informal definition, an ugly or unpleasant woman. He can marry that old witch all if I care. That's the example sentence that they put. Hag, crone, harp, she devil. Battle axe. She's a nasty old witch. Okay. Maybe I'm not a real witch. Okay. What else do they have up here? It also means wise woman. You know, it means a wise woman who, you know, works magic, da da da. Um, but I always say to y'all, I'm more of an alchemist, you know. I like the philosophy and the universal law and the alchemy behind magic. So I study more on that level, you know. Anyway, so to me, I don't, it just sounds very snooty to say, oh, I'm not a witch, I'm an alchemist. Oh yes, I practice universal law and I'm a spiritual alchemist and da da da. Because most of the people don't know what that is, and they're gonna be like, what's that, what's that, and then you got to explain it to them. So I just use the universal term of someone who practices magic, which is witch, magician, witch. So if I'm not a witch according to your definition of it, or the version um, that you are familiar with, that's fine. But doesn't mean that what I do is not going to get results. Because most of the successful people in the world, they use alchemy. Most of the billionaires, rich people, people that have everything they want, runners of, CEOs of Fortune 500 companies, they all practice universal law and alchemy. Okay. So that is the reason why some people have it together and some people don't. Because, you know, it's all about how you choose to work your magic, you know. So the way that I choose to work my magic may not be the same way as somebody who works their magic over here, you know. Uh, so they're not going to consider me what they consider themselves, which would be a real witch. A real witch has to do real work and real, time to make real money, I guess. I don't know. I'm here teaching more than I'm doing any type of spell work. I have YouTube channels where I teach other people how to do things for themselves. So if you don't want to spell, I got a playlist of spells you can go get and do yourself. You know what I'm saying? So I don't like whenever someone can't afford a spell or they don't have the money, I direct them right to my spell playlist and I tell them I have all these spells you can practice, you can do, for yourself. The knowledge is here. I don't talk about, well, if you don't get this, you're gonna be cursed, or I don't do none of that scamming stuff that most spirituals do. So, I keep it, simple, and I have reference for you. I have videos for you for free. If you don't want to get spell work done, if you want to learn how to do it yourself, I have many playlists and the information is there. Okay. So, you know, you don't have to get work done. You can just do it yourself. And I'm not someone that's going to talk bad about other witches because I didn't even really want the person's name. So I don't even know who it is that was saying these things because I don't care. But I just want you guys to know that, you know, if you're trying to get spell work done by someone, go to who you resonate with. Go to the person that you feel comfortable with. Because if you don't feel comfortable with someone, then you're not going to be too sure about them, and your belief and your vibration is not going to work out, while that spell is being done. So if you're more comfortable with someone else, great. If you're more comfortable with a person like me, great. But you know, it just who you're comfortable with. It's kind of like, um, you know, when you have a preference of, something that you're comfortable with, that's what you're going to keep going with. It's not something that you're going to keep changing up because, the thing that you're trying to have done, the thing that you're trying to have done is, probably not something that you need to have done. See, I will tell you. Other people ain't gonna tell you. They gonna just say, okay, give me this money, I'll do it. If you're chasing behind somebody that haven't called you in 5 years, I'm gonna tell you straight up, do you really think he's gonna call you after 5 years if I do some spells? I don't think so. He's gone. He's probably married by now with 2 kids. Like, seriously? And I won't take their money. I'll say, how about we do an attraction spell to bring in somebody else, or you go back and think about it and see if this is what you really want. And if you just really got to have this, I will help you. But, no, you don't really need to do this. Okay, move on. The reason you're blocked, can't find nobody new, is because you're hanging on to the past. So I will tell them this. I'm not gonna just say, okay, I'll bring them back in 10 days. Give me all your money. I ain't gonna do that. So I guess I might, I might just be too real. Because like I said, I don't need, I'm not trying to make rent. I'm not trying to pay for some man to lay on my couch. I ain't trying to pay for none of that, so I don't need it. Now, people will always ask me these questions. Let's just get into a lot of people asking me questions about spell work. First of all, there's 3 questions you don't ask about spell work. When is it going to happen? When am I going to see results? Are you sure this is going to work 100%? And you don't ask after the spell has been done if it's working, because you haven't seen results. Or you don't ask when is it going to kick in, because all these bad things happen. And blah, blah, blah. You don't ask those questions, because as soon as the thought pops in your mind to ask that question, you already sabotaged the spell. Okay, it's not going to work, or it's going to take longer. So don't even ask the question. When you get spell work done, that's why the person that you choose is very important. When you get spell work done, you have to be able to trust and know that that person knows that they have power and have seen their own magic work. If you have seen results in that person's life of their magic working, if the person is very confident in their magic, if the person is like conceited with their magic to the point where it shows in abundance, and you're confident that, the spell that you're asking for is something that they can pull off, then you're not supposed to be doubting it. Okay. Or you might as well do the spell yourself, So, but it's funny because people doubt themselves more than they doubt other people. And that's the reason they have spells cast, because they doubt their own abilities in their own mind, and they can't stay positive enough to cast a spell in order for it to work. So they come to a spellcaster, spend their money, then still do the same thing. Well, is this really going to work? If you didn't believe it's going to work, why would you come to a spellcaster? Why would you risk it not working by asking, is it really going to work? If you don't believe, first of all, if you don't believe, it's not going to happen. I already believe. I know who I am. I know what I can do, But if you don't, then that's what you're vibrating. That's what you're going to attract. Something not working, So you got to stay in the right frame of mind. People are so impatient, got to have what they got to have today, especially women, especially women with these men who keep leaving them. Look, if he gone, don't, I can just imagine how many times y'all are texting these people, texting these men. If you in my inbox, okay, that will run anybody crazy. When is it gonna work? He's not coming back. Da 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 da. You know what? I will be gone too. Bye. Because you just need to give people time. You didn't mess up. The relationship didn't get messed up overnight. The relationship didn't get messed up over 2-3 days. So it's going to take some time, time heals. So why would you come and ask all those questions? Like, this is people in general, because everybody does this. Everyone who doesn't understand how magic really works, they come and mess it all up. Sometimes it works. The best results come with the people who don't ever rate me back until they get the results. Those are the people that are getting the best results. The ones who will never inbox me until they got some good news. You know what I'm saying? They don't even, is it going to work? Da, da, da. Guess what? Your spell is working. This, and that. pictures and stuff, engagement rings, this is it. Guess what? It worked. Not is it gonna work? It hasn't worked, And these people, they're coming back a month later with good news because they didn't sit here and blow up people's inboxes 5 times a day asking if the spell has worked, because they already knew that it was going to work because they've had spell work done by me before and it worked. So their doubt is gone. Therefore, it pushed the spell to work even faster. So like I said, they like me. They like my channel. They like how real I am. They believe that I have the ability to manifest and do all this kind of stuff. So they don't sit around worried about it. And it just comes to them because they're vibrating on a frequency of knowing that it's on the way, just as much as I was vibrating on the frequency that it's done and the spell is going to, materialize into the physical 3D world and happen. So you got two people vibrating on a higher frequency together and spell work, that creates a stronger signal to attract exactly what the person wants. But if you're going to sit there and inbox me every 5 minutes about it's not working, you pushing it further and further away, if not ruining it altogether. Okay. Now you're going to have some people that say, oh, my stuff gonna work no matter what. And they make you so afraid of them to come back and ask, and stuff like that, that you just let it go. And then say, oh, I got scammed, because they make themselves appear so scary, like, and da-da-da. And I'm like, you know what? Look, it didn't work because that man don't want you. Okay. You can't make people want you. All you can do is influence their thoughts. And if you keep doubting and that, he's coming back, it's not going to work anyway. So that's how it works. No one's going to explain the philosophy to you. No one's going to explain the psychology to you. No one's going to break it down to you. They're just going to say, give me all this money, spin around 2 times, spit in a jar, put his picture in it, and hide it under the fence, or something like that. You don't know why you're doing this stuff. You're just doing it. You feel stupid, you feel silly, and you're going to doubt what you're doing even more because you don't know what you're doing. What the hell am I doing? And a lot of times people just make that kind of stuff up to get you to feel like you're doing something. But in honesty, I'm more of an alchemist than I am a witch, because I explain what's, how things work so you can understand, so you don't have to sit here and doubt. Those who pay attention don't write me doubting. Those who don't write me and ask every dumb question in the book because they don't know how magic works. Okay? So stop. If you want your spell to work, stop asking me, because that means it's already in your mind that you're doubting it. So why would you even have it done? Like I always compare this to ordering something online. If you order something online and it says it's going to, it says, out for delivery, blah, 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 blah. You keep calling the place where you ordered it from. Is my stuff on the way? When is it getting here? I don't see it. It's not in my mailbox, blah, 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 blah. It's not going to make it come any faster, So, if you trust yourself, which you should do, many of you don't trust yourself. That's your problem. If you trust whoever you chose to cast your spell, then you don't need to ask questions. You just need to wait for it and expect it. That's about it. That's it. See, stuff is so simple. People make it complicated. People make it so complicated that they just mess it all up. All you got to do is sit back and expect it. Okay, that's it. That's it. And if you ask for something outrageous, I'm going to tell you. I'm going to tell you. I'm not going to let you waste your money on trying to bring back someone who haven't talked to you in 5 years. Okay? I'm going to say, look, a man didn't call you back in 5 years. Come on now. I'm going to make you come to reality on this. Okay? I said, I don't even remember who I met 5 years ago. I don't even remember them. You think he's going to remember you? Probably forgot your name. That chick that was crazy. That's who you are. Okay. So, I'm not mad at anybody. I'm not mad at anyone who is telling people I'm not a real witch. I'm not mad at you. Okay. Just so you know, because I know you got to get your money. I know you got to get your clients. I know you got to keep your clients. And I don't want to interfere with your livelihood. So I'm just asking people, if you're going to go to someone for spell work, don't say my name. Okay. If you ain't coming to me, you don't need to be talking about other people in your consultation or whatever. Because I've had people come to me before talking about other spiritual workers, and I'm like, I don't say nothing about them because that's how they get their money. I don't care. Like, this will bother me. Well, I don't know because this person did this and it didn't work, so I'm coming to you and blah 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 blah. I'm like, well, what did you want done? And then they tell me, and I'm like, well, that's not gonna work anyway. You know. Um, that's why I think I got scammed. I was like, well, you know, that is what it is. I don't think it's a scam. I don't think it's a scam. I think that that person tried to do your spell work to help you. I think they tried because they thought they could, but maybe they didn't and it didn't work out. But I'm going to tell you, look, that's stupid. I ain't doing it. And it doesn't make no sense. He don't want you. Move on. Let me do a spell to bring someone new. That's what I'm going to do because I don't, I'm not so desperate that I'll do anything you ask. I'm going to tell you the truth. And whether you accept it or not, or want to purchase a spell or not, it won't bother me. So that's why I can do what I do, because I don't need the money. There's a difference when you need the money versus when you don't need the money. That's the difference. It's kind of like, let's see, it's kind of like when people are desperate for something, they're going to, a salesman. Okay, let's take this. A salesman. They got to sell so many cars a month to keep their job, right? They're gonna tell you everything that you need to hear to get this car. Okay? Even, if the car is too high for you to make payments on, they're gonna try to squeeze you in there and mix up some numbers so it look good, right? If you own the dealership and you're rich and you're not dependent on a sale, because you're gonna make your money anyway from somebody else. Somebody else gonna buy a car today. You know, somebody else is gonna buy a car today. You're not gonna care if this person walks away that much. You're gonna be like, oh well, you know what? This person over here sold 3 cars last week. I'm good. I made my bottom line. So you're not trying to hustle this person to a point where they feel pressured to buy from you because you don't care. You already got what you need in this world. So that's the difference. Mhm. So that's what I'm saying. There's someone says a real witch never puts down another witch that's just being desperate. And the person might not like me. I might have offended them in some ways a long time ago. I don't know. But who cares? You know, they still got clients. I don't know if I took, I don't care. Like, I don't even know who they are to be in competition with them. You know what I'm saying? I don't care. People just come to me because they like who I am. I don't know. So I feel like there's nothing lost on my behalf because the person came to me anyway. The person came to me anyway and said, I'm gonna get spilled work done with you. And I still haven't agreed to do it for them yet. Because I don't even know what they want. Um mm, Anywho. So moving on. And so moving on. Anybody who, what is this? Oh, la la la. So I'm kind of like online right now, answering 1,000 emails. And like some of you guys, I know it's exciting. And okay, this is when I was, when I watched a YouTuber that I really like and I found a way to write the person, there was so much I wanted to say and I just typed a book. And then I went back and like, they gonna think I'm crazy. Let me erase this, delete, delete. If you want a spell, if you want a reading or something, whatever, don't write me a book. Okay? I don't care about your life story. I don't care about this, and that. 2 sentences will suffice because I don't have time to read all that stuff. And I'm just being real. I mean, because I'm not going to really sit there and read every word of your 200-line email. Like, I don't know you, so I don't really, feel like I'm supposed to sit there and read this. If you need something, let me know what you need in 2 sentences. Not 2 paragraphs, but 2 sentences. And what is kill? Okay, so I'm trying to read something on the screen without my glasses and I'm blind. Yeah, it's like, first of all, I'm going to tell you why I don't like long emails. And it's a spiritual reason. It's draining. It's very draining to sit there and read 1,000 problems. Okay. And first of all, since you have, you're writing your 1,000 problems down, you're making them even stronger. You know what I'm saying? You shouldn't even do that. What is the solution? I need a spell for A, B, C, and D. That's the solution. Okay, let's do it. I might ask you 2 questions to see if I need to do the spell. Great. Why are we focusing on the problems? Let's focus on the solution, So that's part of the problem why some of y'all's lives are messed up, because y'all focus too much on the problems instead of the solutions. So another reason why not to write a long book email, and if you've already done it, it's fine. I'm not mad at you. I'm just saying for future reference, I'm not going to read it all because it's very draining, and like, I do get a lot of emails every day. So I can't sit there and read a bunch of those long emails. What the heck? Okay, I'll do this later. I'm just keeping it real because, like I said, I have, okay, and I don't like to brag, and I try to stay as humble as I can, but sometimes, it's hard because if your life is different and there's certain things in your life that's normal that would seem like bragging to other people, you got to kind of hold back. You can't say stuff. You can't mention this and you can't mention that because people, oh, she's bragging. Oh, she thinks she's all that, So I can't say half the stuff that's really going on, or I can't share a lot of good news. I can't do a lot of things because people who are not, who don't understand or who are not there yet or blah, 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 they're not going to relate. They can't relate. So I can't talk about it. I got to talk about something else. Mm-hmm. Like I had a friend that I was trying to help out like 3 years ago. And, they were secretly hating on me, posting stuff about me. Not really secretly, but talking about me crazy to other people. And I was trying to help this person, with their business, get it off the ground, get client. I even got clients for them. And I tried to help them move up to the next level. Okay. Because I think people should own their own business, right? And not have to wait tables. So it's like, okay, I'm going to help you. I'm going to support you. I'm going to buy some of your stuff. I'm going to promote this and that. And, they were getting upset at clients because, they weren't used to dealing with such, diversity, and they kind of ruined their reputation. And, no one was looking for them anymore. And so, ever since then, they've been hating. And I feel like, 3 years later, I'm in a new tax bracket and you still waiting tables. Okay. Well, I tried to help you. You didn't want the help. Um, I tried, but you're so, a lot of people are bent on their own way of doing things, and they limit themselves tremendously. There's no reason this person should be waiting tables, in my opinion. And if that's what they want to do, great. They could. I've I've helped other people in the same time period as that person, and they're entrepreneurs now, making close to 6 figures. Okay. And that's the truth. And I feel like because they wanted it, and you know they were about doing the necessary things to change in order to improve themselves, doing the work. They were also an alchemist. They had the information and the things like that, and the universal law. This person was not. Okay. Other person was not of universal law, of alchemy, and so they only saw the negative things. They didn't see the transformation and the opportunity. They only saw the problems, because this is how people think who don't think on a higher level or a universal level. Okay. So guys close to the same age, one's waiting tables, one entrepreneur almost making 6 figures, or I think they are making 6 figures. Okay. So, it's all, are you ready to receive information, or are you ready to focus on problems? Are you ready to solve problems or focus on problems? That's what it's all about. Because, you know, being a real witch, knowing a few names of spirits does not make you successful. Being able to apply your knowledge with your magic to manifest in physical form is real magic. Okay. So you got to understand, there are a lot of people out there who are upset because they can't manifest anything. And those who can don't fit the description of what a real witch is, but they fit, having the results of magic. And so, like, I had a lot of, people upset at me because I was like, well, y'all call yourselves witches, but y'all sitting up here paying for y'all men. What kind of witch is that? I don't know. What kind of witch is paying for their man? I don't know. That's not a real witch to me. So the whole point is, don't call people real or fake or whatever, because obviously if you have to do that, it's because you're desperate for the client, or you're desperate for other things. I don't know. But if if someone mentions, there's a couple of YouTube witches that do spell work that people keep mentioning to me, and I would never say nothing. I was like, oh, okay, I know who they are. That's it. I know who they are. That's it. And I'll say, what they did, what they, I don't try to get into it. I was like, oh, okay. Well, what kind of spell was it? What was you trying to get done? And so I don't talk bad about them, because they do what they do just like I do what I do. And I don't need to steal business from anybody. I'm not trying to compete. Like I said, I don't have to compete. And if you want magic done by me, great. If you don't, I don't care. I don't need the money. So it's like, I'm here if you need me, but I don't have to convince you. Like, that's another bad thing. I've had people, oh my God, this is the most offensive thing. I have had people in my inbox talking about, what is your success rate? How long do your spells take? Have you had, you know, where are your reviews? They ask me all these stupid questions like, da, 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 you know. And I'm like, did you get this off a video of stuff to ask people before you get spell work done? And they're like, yeah. I was like, well, you already messed up. I was like, you already messed up. So I suggest you go find another person and don't ask those questions. And they're like, what do you mean? What do you mean I already messed up? I'm like, I don't work with people who start coming at me with demands. Okay. What? You know, I was like, I don't work with people who bust up in my inbox with some demands. Bye. And then they're like, well, I was just told this is what you're supposed to ask and da da da. And I'm like, okay, well, how many people have turned you away? And they're like, I don't know, a few. I'm like, so do you really think this is the answer? Is you supposed to ask all of this? I don't know. I said, you know, maybe one question, but not 5. This is not a job interview. I am not applying for your position. Okay? You came to me. So I'm like, I just send them away. I just delete the whole email and they don't come back. I say, you have offended me. How dare you? Ah, hey, DT, Mama D's in the comments. So, okay. So, you know, I know I got some Christian trolls in here today. So they said the same thing about Jesus once again. Oh, he ain't the real Messiah. He ain't this, he ain't that. But everybody had his name in their mouth. And everybody that talked about him, y'all know I don't really do Jesus, but I like to reference him because so many people are on here talking about, oh, what I'm doing is wrong, even though Jesus did the exact same thing, according to your Bible. So I'm like, you know, they talk bad about Jesus, said he wouldn't have real this and the real that, and blah 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 blah. So I don't care, you know. He didn't care either. He was like, oh well, why all these people follow me then? Well, I got followers. You know? So it's like, well. Um Paying for a man in what way, Ashira? Oh, you must have heard though. I was saying, like, how can you claim to have real magical powers and you know, be a witch if you are paying your man's bills while he lives upon you and your children, or just you? A lot of people have this problem, but the baddest witch. They the supreme witch. They got magic. They real workers and stuff. But they paying their husband and boyfriend's bills. Okay. Um, Perhaps, you know, maybe they have different powers. Maybe they're not the type of witch that can do spells on their own men. I don't know. E. Let's see. Oh God, the Christian troll. They try to sound so smart but still sound so dumb at the same time. They're just so silly. Mm-hmm. Mm. And you know, I watch a lot of other YouTubers, and there's a few that have, you know, they put their money where their mouth is. There's a few of them out there balling, you know, and they know it, and they revel in it, and they are confident in their magic. That's why they are abundant. You know what I'm saying? So Even though I might not agree with what they teach, how they do it, I don't do it the same way, but they are confident in their ability, which means it's going to work. Okay. And they have proof and they have material manifestations to prove it. Okay. So that's another thing, if you're not, uh, if someone up here talking trash and I'm the bestest and I'm the baddest, I'm the best in the business, I'm the baddest and this and that, but you don't see a reflection of it in their life, perhaps they're still in the phase where they're talking themselves up so that they can become better, but for those the people that are already there, you understand, you see it, it's easy. So I talk about this on my other channel. When you go somewhere and you're dressed a certain way, you're going to get the respect and different treatment than you would if you were dressed raggedy, looking like a bum, not put together. You're going to get treated very different because people treat you upon how you present yourself. And you can be in rags talking trash. Oh, I'm this and I'm that and blah, 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 blah. Or you can be in fine clothing, knowing you're all that, having proof that you're all that, and don't really have to say much. So the answer is obvious. So I'm just saying, don't believe everything people say if they don't have the life to back it up. That's all I gotta say. Mm-hmm. So, where's D? D. I'm trying to find her comment. I have come to realize that if we believe everything in the Bible, we are not as intelligent as we would like to believe. Yeah, most of that stuff is metaphor and it's to make you think, beyond the literal. So a lot of people wrote in code and symbolism, and you'd have to figure it out. But those who didn't know how to think just took it literally, So if y'all want some good knowledge, y'all should really look into Napoleon Hill. He talks a lot about this, about getting whatever you want. And most of it is mental. Most of it is belief in yourself, visualizing, blah, 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 blah. And, he says that you can have whatever you want in this world. You deserve it. If you don't feel like it, if you don't feel you deserve it, you don't deserve it. It's very simple. It's just so simple. I feel like I deserve it. I feel like this. I feel like that. Most people who have things feel like they deserve it. They don't walk around talking, I don't deserve all this. I don't deserve this. I don't deserve that. They don't sit around thinking that. They're like, I need some more. I deserve better. I deserve more. They keep moving up. So as long as you feel that way and you're vibrating that way, that's what you're going to receive. If you feel like you don't deserve something and that you can't have it and blah, 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 that's what you're putting out. So, and I suggest a lot of self-work to people who think they need spells and they don't. I was like, what, you just need to work on yourself. You need a self-discipline book or something because your life is messed up because you don't have self-discipline. It's not a curse. I will tell you straight up, you lazy and you don't have no self-discipline. That's why your life is cursed. You your own curse. And I will tell them straight up. Because the only reason I would do that is because, yes, I could say you're cursed and you just need this spell work and I'll do the spell for you. But if you continue to lay on your couch and complain and do the same exact stuff as you were doing before I removed your curse, you're going to be cursed again. I think somebody cursed me again because my life still messed up. Oh, okay, well, let's do another removal, okay? Meanwhile, I'm taking all your money and you still doing the same thing, not being disciplined, doing nothing about your issue, and so the issue's gonna get bigger. Then you're gonna come back to me again. I've been cursed again. You know, your mind is going to say, oh, a curse has been removed. So you're going to start to look for positive things. You're going to start to look for positive actions because now you believe that your curse has been removed. But then because you didn't do the self-work, your negative thinking and your bad habits are going to come right back. And you're going to start falling into the same pattern again. Because instead of me telling you that you're the problem, I'm sitting here taking your money, talking about, I'm going to remove all these curses because people just keep putting curses on you, child. Okay, great. I'm going to remove all these curses. You'll have temporary relief, but you'll be right back. You know, I'll be like a doctor. Give you some drugs that mask your symptoms, but don't cure you. You know, I would be a pharmacist. So if I tell you the truth and you still know it's a curse. I know it's a curse. I know. Then I'm gonna take your money because you know. And I'm not gonna tell you you're wrong. I will tell you first. It's not really a curse. You just don't do this and that. You don't hear me, I'm gonna take your money. Okay? Because I'm trying to tell you, but you won't hear me. You won't listen. I'm like, okay. You don't want to do the work. You don't want to get up. You don't want to do better. You want temporary relief of your symptoms until the next curse. Okay. I'll give you a prescription. Let's go. So, you wouldn't dare hear another person talk like this who you wouldn't dare hear another witch who does client work for people say this. You will never hear them say this. You won't. But why? Because they want your money. They need your money. And I'm like, okay, well, I try to help you. You know, I was giving you free advice for free. Okay. But you rejected it. You want to pay for the curse removal? They won't even listen. They'll just send the PayPal. Here. Psh, thank you. Okay, I'll do the removal. They're buying their own temporary sanity is what they're doing. They're buying their temporary relief. Okay? Because in the back of their mind, it's always someone else's fault. So guess what? If you throwing it at me, I'm gonna catch it. All right. So let me see. Yeah, I try to help people, but they don't want help. You know, they've been to the psychiatrist, they've been to the therapist, then they come to me. And I tell them, like, look, this is your problem. But they keep insisting that it's not them, but it's something else. And I said, you know, the first step to solving a problem is to take full responsibility for it. They didn't hear that either. Okay. So sometimes people will throw money at you. Don't listen to what you say. Do the curse removal or do the spell or whatever. I don't care what you think. I know, blah, 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 blah. Okay. Then when the results don't happen because it wore off, because it was only temporary, because you didn't do the work, they want to say, oh, it's a scam. Oh, it's a scam. You're a scam. You scammed yourself. You scammed yourself because you only wanted a placebo. You didn't want to do your work. I told you, look, I told you what to do. Accept full responsibility for your actions. You didn't want to do it. So you scammed yourself. You threw money in my PayPal. These are like a few people that do this. They'll throw money in your PayPal before you can tell them no because so many other people told them no. No, I don't think I don't work with you. Psh, here you go. You're going to work with me anyway, whether you like it or not. That's what they do. Okay, like I'm not gonna send it back unless, I'm like, okay, I'll do it. You're gonna have some temporary results, but I'll do it. It's a scam. They don't tell you the part where they begging and throwing money in your inbox. They don't tell you that part. And the funny thing about it is, I'm laughing the whole time. I'm like, this fool. Okay, I'll take it. So, I'm not a scammer. They're the scammer. They scammed themselves. I didn't ask for nothing. I didn't say nothing. I didn't ask for a thing. I didn't even say yes to the spell work. They throw it. Psh, here, do it. I know you can do it. 8 other people just scammed me. They done went to 8 people. 8 other workers scammed me. That's why I'm so paranoid. Like, okay, you can add me to the list after your stuff wear off. I call them jumpers. I say, I don't work with jumpers. They're like, what's a jumper? You. What's that? People that jump from spellcaster on YouTube to spellcaster on YouTube because their results didn't happen the way they thought it would or wear off, and they never looked within to think or realize that they're their own problem. That's not me. I said, yes, it is. Delete. Then they write me back. Well, I already put some money in your account. Okay, I'll do your spelling. So I'm just telling y'all before y'all come at me after the 9th person on YouTube to do your spell and write me a book and tell me you cursed and name not 99 problems, but you not one. I'm gonna take your money. You can throw it in my inbox, but I'm gonna tell you the truth before before I ask you for anything. Okay. Mm-hmm. Does my husband mind your binding him, or does he know it? I don't know if he knows it or not. We always mentions that. I know you done some kind of spells on me. Ha ha ha. I think he's flattered by it. Like I would even care enough about him to do spells on him. Probably make him feel good. She really loves me. She did spells for me. I could have done a spell for him to die an untimely death and get his insurance. But yeah, I did a binding spell. So be lucky, be happy. Anyway, so yeah. So like when you ask questions, you gotta really think about what else could be done. Um, I know people are led by emotions, and that's one of the huge problems of people. They're led by emotions rather than logic. And I say this in all my videos, you know, and that will ruin your life. It will. It will mess up your entire life. And people know this, but yet they make the same excuse. I can't help the way I feel. Yes, you can. It's called transmutation. It is a term of alchemy and mental alchemy. And you can transmute your feelings into something else. You can do it. You don't know how to do it. Would you like to learn? No, I just want what I want. Okay. I offer the knowledge, I offer the solution. They throw it away. They want a magic pill. Anyway, um, I also think that if women were more in control of their emotions, they would have anything they wanted, or most of the things that they wanted in their life. They wouldn't be sitting here crying every other month, or doing certain things. They would have it, because it is your emotions that cause you to react to certain situations that changes the situation permanently. Okay, a temporary feeling that you react to will change your situation permanently to some degree, but yet you don't realize that your emotion is the reason that you have this problem in your relationship or your life, because you react instead of think. you know it's like, if you are trained in the military and somebody grabs you from behind, you're going to react to that. You're going to do some karate or something, right? You didn't even think that was your mama, and now your mama got a black eye. Okay, so if you were to come do that to me and I don't have any training, I'm gonna think first, oh my God, what do I do? Stranger danger. Then I'm gonna think, you know, I'm gonna look down and see the shoe, and if it look like my mama foot, I'm not gonna stomp on it, because you're supposed to look down, stomp, elbow, fist to the face, to the nose, groin. That's the formula. I'm gonna see an old lady foot, and that's my mama's shoe, and then I'm gonna stomp. I'm not gonna react. I'm in control. So that's how you have to be. If someone upsets you, like I always say, don't react. Think about why they're saying this. Are they just trying to hurt you because you hurt them? Are they just trying to get under your skin to get a reaction out of you, to manipulate you in some way? Are they really doing that? Are they practicing mental alchemy on you? Did you just fall for the trick? You know, did they just pick an argument so they can get out the house to go cheat on you? Uh-huh. You know, think, think. Don't react. React after you've had a few thoughts about what's happening. It's like, even if they're not even true, sit there and make up something first before you react. It doesn't matter, because subconsciously your mind is going to consider it, which is going to calm you down, which is going to bring you back to reality and logic. Okay. Then you can say, okay, now I understand. Now I know what to do. So, that's why a lot of people are in prison. That's why a lot of people are in prison, because they can't control emotion. Most of those people in there have killed, beat up people, stabbed people because of something stupid and temporary. Dumb. Just dumb. Just sitting in there because they couldn't control their emotion. Just sitting in there. She said something disrespectful to me, so I killed her. Don't disrespect me. Or he was cheating on me, so I did this and that. Okay. Now, but he free and he's sleeping with everybody, but you in prison. He cheating on you a lot right now. So, take responsibility for yourself. You can control your emotions, even though you don't want to. You can. It's very possible. You just don't have the discipline. And a lot of people, this is your curse. Lack of self-discipline and the inability to control your emotions. That is your curse. Procrastination too. Because every problem that somebody writes me can be solved by the person who just wrote me the problem, if they reprioritized their life. Okay. So, hey, Mama D. Mama D said, which thing? I'm trying to scroll back up. Mm-hmm. Okay. She's just giving out her info. That's cool. See, me and Mama D, we don't think alike. Not we have some similar thoughts, but we don't go at each other. Like if somebody go to her and talk, I went to this person and they not this and then she ain't gonna talk about me. I'm not gonna talk about her. I'm just gonna say, well, that's how she do it. I don't know. Everybody does it different because they do. Everybody do it different. If everybody did the exact same spell the exact same way, why would that makes no sense. So that's kind of silly to even ask if you think about it. It's like, what's your IQ? Did you just really ask me that? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I done heard some stuff about you too, D. I just laugh because she crazy. You know, nothing that you don't already know. I was like, oh, really? That's funny. Like, I don't have any sympathy. Like, oh, okay, well, that's how she operate. I don't know. Everybody different. That's what I say. Everybody different. Hmm. I might be going to visit Mama D next weekend. Going back to Austin. I like Austin. Shoot. That's a cool city. Very eclectic. Love the energy there. Where I live, it's like a bunch of church people everywhere, and it's like, uh, uh, well, not a lot, but I live in the suburbs in Texas. Bible Belt. Um, but like, the younger people, they're more in tuned. Like I'll go to a store and I'll have my phone case with the Ouija board on the back of it. Ooh, I love that phone case. you know I'll have a necklace on with like a symbol. Ooh, I love your necklace. Like they're telling me, ooh, I like, I know you're a witch, or I know you practice magic, blah, blah, blah. I love this, I love that. They'll compliment my magical looking items, basically. And, the young people out here, they can't really express themselves on the same level as they can in Austin or, San Francisco or somewhere, more accepting of, pagans or witches or alchemists or what people that practice magic. They can't be like that over here because people will look at you strange, like, oh, either they label you goth. Oh, she's goth. Like somebody called me a goth. I'm like, I wouldn't even dress goth. I just had on black and my hair is black, and I don't know why they call me goth, but anyway, I think maybe they just call me goth. I'm like, okay, well, whatever. I'm not goth, but okay. Because they don't see a lot of it. But when you go further into Houston, you'll see more. But where I live, it's like the little suburb area where everybody go to Bible study and you know stuff like that. It's so funny because that there's people that do practice magic, but it's like you got like the school teachers, the PTA mothers, and you know and stuff like that, and you drive up to pick up your kids with black lipstick on, or a red, a dark red lipstick and eyeliner, and they're like, you know when you work with dark energy, does the day of the week matter when you manage? It depends on what you're working for. If you're doing dark energy to bring in abundance, um Thursday is the best day. Okay. um so It just depends on what you're trying to manifest, basically. And yeah. Oh, so I'm not disappearing. I'm trying to type something. Hold on, y'all. Y'all see my roots. I can't do 3 things at once. Hold on. Okay. Don't bring those spirits to my goddamn house. It took me 2 months to get rid of them. That's why we be trying to stay in a hotel. They be following us. The funny thing is, okay, so when I go to your house, you say I bring in spirits and stuff. It's, you know, I've been working around a lot of stuff since I was a young adult. You know, I've worked as a mortician. You know, I do spells. I work with spirits, so I'm gonna have something following me everywhere I go. But that's why I go to the hotel. They just liked you. You were. They just liked you. They wanted to stick around, visit. How you stop bad dreams? Um, you think your way out of them. Okay. Bad dreams come to wake you up. Okay. You can control your dream. That's what it's doing. Everybody wants to see something more complicated. Look at the symbolism in it. Your subconscious mind is telling you something as well. But the main reason for nightmares is to scare you into changing the reality of that dream with your mind. Okay. Um, like if you're dying, if you're falling, if you're dying in your dream, you're falling, and you don't change what's going on with your mind, then you probably not gonna die, but you're gonna wake up and feel really afraid, you know. But if you sit there and say, okay, I'm falling, I know this is a dream, I can change it. Okay. I'm gonna close my eyes, and when I open them, I'm gonna be here in another place. I'm not gonna die. I'm not gonna die. So you wake up, you know, you're trying to keep it as real as possible because you have to think logically, because, you know, anything too far-fetched is unbelievable and you won't be able to do it. Understand? So you're gonna wake up in the hospital, or you're gonna wake up, you know, in the water, you know, something. Um, and say, oh, I made it. Because there's only so many things that your brain can accept and manifest and create because of your belief. Okay. Like you couldn't say, well, a magical unicorn is going to come and rescue me, because you really don't believe that. You don't believe it's possible. And if you do, great. But most of the time, you have to think your way out of nightmares. You have to change them while you're still dreaming. You have to realize you're in a dream, and that you have the ability, it's called lucid dreaming, and that you have the ability to change the outcome of your dream. And once you start doing that in your dreams, you'll be able to do it in real life. Okay. You'll be able to change the reality that you live in just by thinking your way out of it, manifesting your way out of it, visualizing your way out of it. And once you do that, it comes like that. So nightmares are good. They're opportunities to broaden your consciousness and your ability to create change in your life. So just like in scary movies, you know, the old scary movies, they always had a villain or a killer, you know, that symbolized something. And, you know, they would scare you. And only the person who wasn't distracted mind on a lower frequency would live, to at least to the end. The one that was smart, the one that was focused, the one that was less into lower frequency activity, the one that paid attention to details, the one that questioned instead of accepted or ignored, that's the one that always lives. Okay? You should pay attention to that. Mm-hmm. So, how y'all doing? And the funny thing is, a lot of the people, a lot of the workers that say those things about me, probably up in my inbox talking about, "Hey, girl, how you doing? I liked your last video." They probably one of them, and I don't even know it, but it doesn't bother me because I'm still gonna do what I do. um, you can't stop someone who has a clear path and vision of what their goals are. You can't stop it. You could try, but we don't see obstacles. We see the solution. We see a challenge. We don't see that. We don't see that. So we just keep it moving and, keep it moving higher. And that's what you have to do in every situation. Don't accept it. Don't accept it. If someone does you wrong, like, transmute that anger into something else. Like, oh my God, my coworker, is talking about me behind my back and blah, 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 blah. And they're messing up, my reputation at work. What do I do? Da, da, da. I'm like, okay, how did you react to the situation? Like, who told you? Oh, my other coworker told me. How did you react? Did you get mad? Of course I got mad. And I started saying that. I said, don't you think she went back and told the other girl? I don't know. Y'all are just fueling it, making it go even worse. I said, you should have just laughed and said, well, if I was her, I'd hate me too. There. So now the other girl ain't gonna stop talking about you because now she thinks that you think that she wants to be like you and be better than you and that she's jealous of you. So she's gonna stop because it's gonna make her look bad. Flip the script. Okay? So that's how you do it. You don't get emotional. You think your way out of it. How can I get this fool over here to stop talking about me? Make it so that if she talks about me, it's a compliment. Well, if I was her and I wasn't me, I would talk about me too. I'd be mad at me too. I'd be jealous of me too. Look at this. The girl's gonna go back and tell her that. Oh, she said she would be mad at her too if she was you. So now the girl feels stupid. She might say something back and then she'll like, well, I'm not gonna talk about her anymore because she's gonna just think that I'm jealous and I don't want to give off that because I'm not jealous of her. And it's gonna stop. You gotta use psychology. You gotta use mentalism. You gotta think your way out of stuff. You don't react emotionally. You react strategically. Okay? And that's a lot of people's issue. You're gonna go and spend the rest of your day sad and upset because somebody's talking trash about you when you could have solved the problem in 2 seconds. So yeah, you could put spells on the coworker. Yes, you can do magic. Yes, you can do this. But what you're secretly doing, it's helping you accept. It's helping you accept the fact that, people are against you. And it might work, but still you have not solved the problem. You've only temporarily masked it, you know? How to protect yourself from other people's spells. That's another thing. Like, you can't allow yourself to believe that their spells will affect you. Okay? If you allow yourself, first of all, to believe that their spells will affect you, mistake number one. If you've already done that and you're scared, that's when you got to get protection. Okay? Because mentally you have to fix that first problem that of accepting or believing it. Once you believe something, you have to have a way to believe yourself, or to believe that it can be fixed. Okay? It's real deep. It's like, if you believe this, then your solution is also another belief. Okay? If you don't believe that this stuff, the other people's spell, can even affect you, and you don't accept it, and you don't look for it or expect it, you don't have to even worry about it. Okay? But if you're worrisome, if you're on a low vibration, if you are a negative thinker, if you are a scaredy cat, if you don't understand magic, if you sit here and worry about everything all day, every day, then yes, you need protection. Okay? So I'm like, you know what? I don't, So if someone's doing spells on you, you know, bad luck, lose your man, blah, 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 and you know about it, what are you going to start doing? Being over paranoid, looking for everything wrong in your life, attracting it because now you're looking for it. That must be the person doing spells on me because this thing happened, That's what it is. Now you're giving it power. Now you're making the spell work against you. Now you're empowering the spell because now you believe in it. Y'all remember that movie, The Skeleton Key? That lady couldn't do no kind of magic to that girl until she believed. Okay, she set her up to believe. Because at first she didn't believe in it. She's like, I don't believe in none of that stupid stuff. Whatever. Then the lady set her up to believe. She started planting stuff here, people there to say this to her, scare her. And so, putting the tools out to trip her up, let her think she found something. Because once you believe something, that's it. Once you believe something, that is it. You can tell by the Jesus freaks. Once they believe Jesus is this and that, that's it. It's over. That's it. So don't believe it. Like, I don't believe that. Or they ain't got no power. Or whatever. They wish, you got to just chalk it up. Use the whatever. I'm not worried about that. But if you're truly scared because they come off scary and you've been arguing with them and you feel scared of them and, they threatened you and this and that and you fell into it emotionally, that's when you need the protection, because you need the protection because it's too late. You already believe. I never read that book. Okay. I'm trying to read some of these comments. So yeah, a lot of you guys are young. A lot of you guys are superstitious. A lot of people believe what they hear. Okay, this is another trap. This is another way. It's just like any other profession. You come to someone to help you get rid of what's messing with you, what's bothering you, right? There's temporary help and then there's permanent help. Most people want the temporary help. Ask any doctor. If a doctor says, hey, You don't have to take medication if you watch what you eat. Um, you know, do this and that. Stop drinking or whatever, whatever. That person already has accepted that they're not going to do that. What kind of medicine you got? I will take a pill. Okay, because that doctor making money off them pills, off the pharmaceutical company. So he's going to be like, okay, well, let me prescribe you this medicine and it will help regulate your cholesterol or blood pressure, whatever, and blah, 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 blah. So the guy's going to take the pill and the medication because he still wants to continue his habits. And eventually, those pills going to stop working because his organs are going to start failing, his kidneys and his liver from all the medication. And so his problem is not going to be solved ever. It's just going to be masked until his body gives out. So, but that's what he wanted. And who is the doctor to deny him what he wants? Okay? If you're your own obstacle, I'm going to tell you. If you want to ignore it and you still want, the placebo, if you still want the temporary relief, I'm going to help you. Depends though. If it's not, it depends. Like I said, some people ask me some ridiculous stuff that I just delete. I don't even respond. I just delete it. They crazy. Okay. Mm-hmm. Did being a mortician help you get into witchery? I was a witch before that. Mm-hmm. Um. So even though there was a saying, I forgot who said it. It was a quote. It's like, I don't care what you say about me as long as you pronounce my name correct and spell it right. Okay. So remember that. If people are upset, I'm sorry, but I'm just trying to make it easier for other people to understand, because a lot of people who get spell work, they have no clue on how it works, what to ask, if what they're asking for, is able to be done. So that's why I'm making this video, because a lot of people just don't know. They don't know. And, a lot of people ask me, why do you make these live videos now instead of the short videos? Because I got haters that steal my videos and try to put it up on their channel, and they can't steal a 3-hour video or a 2-hour video unless they got a lot of time and a long hard drive and a lot of memory. So and plus, you know what? I get, the live videos are way more beneficial to my channel, So it's a win-win. It's a win-win. I figured it out. Yeah, there are some crazy people out there that steal my videos because they're like 15 minutes or 20 minutes. They cut off the beginning when I say, hi, Sheer Star Goddess. They cut that off. They blow it up to get rid of my watermark, which I should put right across my face. But, I'm too vain for that. So it goes in the corner. And then they just pretend that that's them. And so they can't steal these long ones. You can try. How can someone steal a video? They can download it and re-upload it on their channel. That's how you steal videos. But I'm going back and I'm changing I'm changing a lot of the settings to where they can't take my videos, or they will be, prosecuted for copyright infringement. So that's what I have to do, because people are crazy. They'll steal anything. Shoot, a video. Uh-huh. I have paranormal experiences using tarot without intentionally bringing spirits in. Do you have an explanation for me? I have paranormal experiences all the time, and I do readings every day. Uh, I feel like paranormal just means not normal, or you know, beyond normal, what people would describe as normal. You know, so if you're if you're working with different energies, if your consciousness is expanding through tarot, you're going to be able to pick up on different frequencies. You know, your consciousness is elevated to a different frequency or dimension. So you're going to be able to see things. It's going to be easier to communicate, to see weird stuff, and blah 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 blah. So that's just what it is. It comes with the territory. If you're going to practice, if you're going to do things like that, expect it, and don't be afraid of it, because there's nothing to fear. Like, I never heard of a spirit or anything stabbing someone or you know running them over with a car or robbing a liquor store or something like that. That's people. So you're going to have to realize, a lot of people are too scared. They're afraid of everything. That's why I say you need to learn before you start practicing or doing anything. Learn, what is the spirit, what can it do, you know what's the best option, da da da. And a lot of people who write books and how to deal with spirits and ghosts and stuff, they want to get rid of them. They want to say, oh, you don't belong here, da da da. Well, how do you know they don't belong here? You know what I'm saying? What gives you the right to say leave or get away? What if they are trying to warn you about something? What if they want to help you and you so scared and reacting that you can't even get the message? Slow it down, accept it, don't be afraid of it, and then be like, okay, is there something that you want to communicate? What do you need? Show me what you need. Tell me what you need. Show me through these cards. Let me set you a candle up, give you an offering so you can have some energy. Treat them like a guest, like you would anybody that came knocking on your door. So that's what I do. I'm like, that's why I got a team of spirits that follow me to Mama D's house. Because you know you make them feel welcome. They're gonna help you, they're gonna work with you, they're gonna do something, they're gonna protect you, they're going to you know aid you in your workings, whatever. They might be bored over there, they might need something else to do. That might be their mission. That might be their choice. I'm sitting over here in the spirit world. Let me help other people. Let me be a spirit guide. Can I help you? What you want to do? A lot of people would like to do that. Some are your ancestors. Some are spirits that are attracted to you because you were like them in their former life, or you have aspects of their characteristics. So the same reason people are attracted to certain deities and angels and Orisha, because they identify with them. Okay, it's the same thing. They're spirits that are attracted to you because they like what you represent. They like what you do. Okay, they want to work with you, just like you're attracted to this goddess, that god, this Orisha, you know, this saint, because you like what they can do and you like how they get down. Same way, it works both ways. Okay. What do you think about shamanism, Ashira? I think everyone has their own form of how they do magic or experience their spirituality, and it's very nature based. you know if you're not a nature based person, it's probably not for you. you know but if you are, I think it should be explored if that's a path that they would like to go down. If they're very into those type of things, it would be a good way, a good path, If you're not, you don't like bugs, if you don't, if you're not into herbs and stuff like that, and natures and spirits and stuff like that, nature spirits and stuff like that, and probably not a good path for you. Okay. You literally made a channel to be a troll. And how desperate, sad, and pathetic is that? Who did that? um, I met a scary spirit in astral and offered it some rum and herbs. We are now friends. Awesome. Mhm. What about people saying any baneful magic will come back threefold? What about transmutation? What about alchemy? What about all is mental? What about universal law? And what about that? Do they know about that? Mhm. Okay, they have. So, yeah, if you want to believe what other people believe, those are not your beliefs. Okay, if you want to go do the research, learn, think about it, contemplate it with your own mind. Does it make sense to you? Is that something that you want to accept? That's how you know if it's true or not. Okay, because like I said, if threefold law works for this person, it's because they don't want to go any higher than that. That is good enough for them. It keeps them in line. It keeps them disciplined because they don't, because of fear. That is a fear level belief. Okay. So if you don't do something because you're afraid of what's coming back on you, what are you doing? You are working in fear. Okay. So they're fear-based. When you know that all is mental and you can transmute any thought and create what you want, you could rise above threefold law and do what you got to do. Mm-hmm. So it depends on how far you want to go. Mm-mm, mm-mm, mm-mm. Okay. I don't know if there's people arguing in the comments. Mm. Hi, Ashira. Can we manifest with love? Well, see, that's a problem. Because if you manifest with love, what kind of love are you manifesting with? Is it conditional love or unconditional love? Because if you're manifesting out of conditional love for like a man or, something like that, and he cheats on you and messes up, and now you hate him, how are you going to manifest his revenge? How are you going to manifest your revenge or something on him if you're manifesting with love? Love of self, maybe. If you're going to manifest with any type of love, it should be love of self. Okay? What is best for me? That's the only love you need to be manifesting with if you choose to manifest with love, because everything else is conditional. Mm-hmm. Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm. Someone says sexual love. If you do a spell on someone, can it be traced back to you? Why do you care? That's one thing. Like, this is funny. Like, people want to do all this spell work. Oh, is it going to be traced back to me? Oh, am I going to suffer the consequences? Oh, if you walk into any type of spell work like that, you already doomed. It's over. Don't even do it. Why do you care? You should want them to know it was you. You should be like, I hope they think it's me. Okay. Why? Because they're not going to mess with you again. Right? So a lot of people are like afraid to have spell work done because they think the person is going to find out that they had a spell put on them. So who cares? You know, if you're sneaking around trying to do all this stuff and that stuff anyway, you're in fear. Your vibration is low. It's not going to push your spell work anyway. Stop being in fear. Who cares? When you come to get work done, you need to really be in it to win it. Stop being afraid. Stop asking dumb questions. Stop walking into it in fear. If you want it done, get it done. Okay? That's what you need to. You got to come like you mean it, not like I'm not sure, I'm scared, what if this happens, blah 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 blah. You know, don't even do it. Okay. Okay, so a lot of people think about this. Okay, a lot of people ask this. There's a big problem in the world, and I'm gonna tell you what the problem is. People don't think. They don't think. And that's one of the major problems in the world. People do not think, or they don't think for themselves. They want everybody else's answer, everybody else's opinion, everybody else's suggestion. At the end of the day, they still unhappy because they never asked themselves and they never answered themselves of what they really want or really what they need to do. You know, they asked everybody else, but they didn't take 5 minutes to ask themselves, you know, what do I want? You know, I want to set up an ancestor altar. Where do I begin? Are you asking me or are you asking yourself this? Because the only reason you're asking me this is because you want to ask yourself this, but you don't. Sorry, I had a phone call. But yeah, so if you want to do something, go do it. You know, if you want to do something, do it. That's all you got to do. How do I do this? Okay, if I wasn't on this video and you still wanted to make an ancestor altar, how would you go about it? Would you research? Probably. So maybe that's what you should do. You should want it enough to go get it and do it how you want to do it. You know what I mean? Get some ideas and then create your own version of it. That's the best thing I can give you. Okay, so yeah, the title of this, if you're just tuning in, is they say I'm not a real witch. That's okay. That's okay. But honestly, I don't care. I still got what I want. I still have everything I want and everything I need. And that's really all that matters. You know? I help people, you know, do stuff all the time. I even got a gift today. Oh, I gotta show y'all my gift. Oh, I gotta reach over here. Oh, wherever. Oh, it's all the way over here. Look what I got. Y'all follow me on Facebook. Y'all seen it already. Bam! Look at this. Isn't it pretty? I love it. And they ordered it from Bedazzled off Instagram. You know that lady that bedazzles everything? This is one of her custom pieces. She's on Instagram. So I got this gift, you know. It's cute. Look at that. It's not really witchy, but it's very nice and, you know, high end and cute. You know, they know I like makeup and Chanel. So I love it. Isn't it cute? But you know, I appreciate all these gifts. People sent me a microphone and sent me a phone case, but you know, must be doing something right though. Yes. Oh, someone like, you know, people really appreciate a person who's going to be honest and tell them the truth about themselves. That's what people truly appreciate. They don't appreciate somebody who um, is going to, you know, give them, you know, something that's not really going to work for them, or, you know, tell them lies and help them, you know, feel better for the moment. So I don't know, but I feel like I do what I'm supposed to be doing. I can't do nothing else. I feel like I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing. Doesn't matter if I'm doing what you think I'm supposed to be doing or what they think I'm supposed to be doing. I'm doing what I am supposed to be doing. So if you got a problem with what I am supposed to be doing, perhaps you need to focus on what you are supposed to be doing. Then you won't care what I am doing. There you go. And that's how it is. And that's all it is. Okay. So, dang, all these people are popping up in my inbox. See? Hi, I just sent payment. Uh, see, they just sent you the payment. They don't ask. Um, mm-hmm. And y'all have to remember too, you know, it's the end of the month. It's the end of the month. People gonna hustle hard. Rent due. Okay? Um, if y'all are not like, the truth is, I'm an 11th degree warlock trained by Satan himself in hell. Are you listening now? I think so. 11th degree? Is that like a black belt? Is that the black 11th degree? Black belt in warlockism? Mm-hmm. What are you saying? Take strength from my warlock juice bottle. See, see, people are crazy. Eh, eh. Uh, okay, I'm reading some of the comments. Thank you for all the compliments on the phone. The phone case. And I also like people that don't take themselves too seriously. You know, you ever watch a YouTuber and you don't ever think they will make a joke? And if you know, if you watching a YouTuber, a witch or whatever, and they're just so serious, it's just, if you don't have a sense of humor, something wrong with you. Something wrong. You know what I'm saying? If you're always serious and that's how you come across, that's an act, because that's not a real personality. It's a act, you know. It's a act. If no one is always serious. They have a sense of humor. They have a personality. They like this. They like that. They're not gonna sit there. You know, people get nervous when they get in front of a camera and they have to act serious so people can take them serious because they're, you know, they're supposed to be spiritual. So that means they're supposed to be serious. I don't trust nobody without a sense of humor. I'm sorry. If you can't laugh at yourself and other people at the same time, then I don't trust you because I know something's wrong. I'm like, I don't trust that person. They're too serious. They don't even smile. Mm-mm. Have I ever invoked Menon? This ain't the craft. Mm-hmm. Guess what my star sign is? Okay. People are crazy. So I guess that's it. That's all I have to say. I'm not a real witch, but I'm doing what I'm supposed to do, and I get the results that I need to get. So whether you want to call me a witch or whatever, I'm gonna still do what I do. But you can't call me desperate. Okay. Oh. Mm-hmm. Trying to read some of these comments. I have a black cake with stars and moons on it. Really? Anyway, what time is it? I got okay. I'm out. I'll see y'all later. Thanks for watching. I'm about to go on my other channel. Cause some trouble over there. All right. So thank y'all for watching. I'm reading these funny things. Bye.